podcast. This one comes from Eurogamer. EA has reportedly laid off over 200 contact QA testers at its Baton Rouge, Louisiana office, the vast majority of its Apex Legends QA team, during an unscheduled Zoom call earlier this week. According to Kotaku, QA testers were informed they were losing their jobs effective immediately during a mandatory Zoom meeting held at 8 a.m. by their contracting agency, Magnet Global. Sources told the site that EA's whole Baton Rouge QA team has now been disbanded as a result of their call. Essentially, their entire Apex Legends staff is gone, according to one former employee. That's devastating and gnarly. And I almost laughed at it because they just got rid of the whole squad on a Zoom call at 8 a.m. Did you guys hear about this? Maybe they are in trouble at Apex. What do you think now? Now that in light of this news, trimming the fat or things are not okay?
Both? Maybe they're in over their head. You know?
Things are not okay. Trim the fat.
I don't know, dude. Maybe I should have saved my Elon rant for this part of the pod. I don't know. I'm like shit. I I'm just trying to think of like what. Like, are they losing money over there or what? They have to be making a shitload of money between all the cosmetics and everything else. I mean, it's a free. You know what I mean? Everything that everyone pays for it. So
I spend money on that game. I haven't even played. I log into it's becoming like Fortnite where I log in just to spend money.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
Ooh, heirloom? All right.
What am I missing? Too many day in the life working remote TikToks or something or what? I don't understand. I thought they
To
were
like
making money over there. Again, I can understand them cutting down if they just got way too many people and they're not hitting their goals, or I don't know, just to kind of broadly put it. But mhm, who knows? That's kind of surprising to me. I mean, what could you imagine could be going on with Apex?
it's almost like they're the battlefield office. You know what I mean? It's like what's weird is, I mean, like so again, trimming the fat. If you lay off 200, well, that's a lot. That's a lot. If you lay off 200 contract workers, like it's all good, you know, all good, whatever. Maybe you are trimming the fat, but to do it in an unscheduled mandatory Zoom call, like in the morning, like the day of, like, hey, stop working. It's like on your test, like put your pencils down now. Like everybody stop working. We're not paying you for another minute. That makes it feel like maybe things aren't okay. Right, to your point, Anton, like maybe things aren't going great or something is actually happening. Because that's really a surprise to me that I don't know.
Because everything I thought of Apex, and again, this is generally speaking, being a fan of it, I thought they had a lifespan of at least another year or so between legends, weapons they could bring over from Titanfall, they could create themselves, maps, between that universe and everything else. I mean, they had a good couple years life expectancy. They had, I think, like 30. So
Where's the TV show?
right. I mean, again, yeah, between the lore and everything else, what I don't know, or maybe that's the thing. Maybe they're investing, going to start selling it to HBO or something. Who knows, man?
Maybe here's a better question. When did they start to fall? Like, as far as I'm concerned, the game hasn't fallen off. Like, it's still up there. The gameplay hasn't fallen off. It's still really fun. It's like in the core. It's one of the core games in in the entire space right now. But the excitement around the concept, I don't even want to say the lore, I want to say around the whole concept, for me it has waned. Like even the skins, the heirlooms, the story, I used to tune into the story every time, like, yo, we're gonna find out something new. So I wonder, where for you did this fall off? When did the story fall off and did this stop being exciting?
What are QA testers?
Quality assurance.
Oh, is that all? Wait, how many people is that?
Damn, I thought I had
Sorry,
a good question. I thought
I'm sorry. I was just like, who are they laying off here?
I thought that was going to be the one. Like, actually, I'm going to circle it all the way back, and I'm going to hit him with the. When exactly do you personally think the game fell?
Can I get my 2 cents
Of
on the game
course,
for a guy who doesn't really play the game?
you know
Like,
what? That's exactly the opinion that we want.
so you talk about a story, and because I'm completely like not in the game, when I played the game the few times that I didn't really get a story. I know the lore is kind of on the back end of the game. You kind of have to like follow the drops, follow the trailers, kind of follow the stories that are being dropped every season. So I'm kind of not in that. But I think that's one of the things. I don't think they can really do anything but that. Obviously, they're adding the team deathmatch. That's cool. But I think you said it last week. It's kind of like it's not as seamless yet. Obviously, they
It's
still
not
got to
good for that
patch
game.
it. Yeah, I mean, that game is such an elitist game. Like, you have to be so good. Like, seriously, like I have a lot of like reverence for people who play Apex because it couldn't be me because I don't think I'm that fast enough. Like, y'all play Apex, and I'm like, damn, these are like god tier gamers because I can't do it. Like there's a reason why I stay in my lane, and it's because I think Apex is kind of like for me the kind of the story based player. I'm just like, what's the story? Why am I not intrigued? Like what is it? So I don't know. I love the game because of the technical approach and the people who prowess who play it, but it's just what story? You know what I mean? It's like it's just here's the new season drop. Have fun.
See, that makes me upset because like the story it was fine. Like the concept of the Apex games was so dope to me, and I was like, man, put that in a Netflix, make it an anime. You'll get me watching anime. Like the concept of the games within the Titanfall universe was so dope. Anton, what were you gonna say? I have another point, but I want to hear what you're gonna say first.
Well, I was gonna piggyback what you said about the lore before because it's funny because I had my whole family like, hey, what, like, hey, babe, come on, there's a new Apex lore out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like the lores were
Every
really good.
season.
They're really good. But no, I was gonna follow up and say I think this game that Doc is playing actually really reminds me of Apex. It's funny.
Oh, okay,
I
shit. We'll check that out one sec. I was gonna say I think to answer my own question, I think that it fell off after they brought Maggie in, and then yeah, I think Maggie. I'm gonna say, and maybe the other. No, I think Maggie's the one that ruins it. That kind of shows like behind the curtain, if you will. You know what I mean? Like Maggie was supposed to be to me like the ultimate bad guy behind the games. Anton looks
yeah.
like he's not tracking, but she was supposed to, like she was like she's the voice in all the trailers, and she's like the one pulling the levers, and like there's like kind of a group of protagonists, even though they're all bad guys, like they're all kind of working against Maggie, who's pulling the strings of the games. So like the map itself and the way the games are designed are supposed to be playing against the players, right? Like only one can survive. So everything she does, including like unleashing the monsters and like, having the different traps around and falling off the map, having it in the sky, all those things are designed to kill
Be
the
against you.
legends,
Yeah.
right? Like to make things more dangerous for you. And then Maggie, like in one of the recent seasons, not that recent, she like joins the legends, and she's just like, it just totally dropped the curtain behind the Wizard of Oz to me. And since then, it's like, well, then now we're just, I'm not, it was just like skipping around and doing stuff. I remember like Horizon lore shit was interesting to me. It all felt cohesive. And then after we got to Maggie, I was like, wait, that's way too soon. I would have expected to see Maggie on like again, like in the TV show, but not in the game that early.
Please give
Yeah.
us a TV show. That'd
I
be
was gonna say
awesome.
Valkyrie. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
Valkyrie.
But see, I do too. But I was gonna say after Valk is when I was gonna say I
Oh,
think it kind of like hit a wall because when they did that cross because everyone had been waiting for a Titanfall crossover and then they finally got Viper's daughter, and then just like you said after that it was kind of like well here's Maggie and then from there I feel like it's just kind of hit a wall because Valkyrie also too changed a lot excuse me of the movement dynamic because but before that it was only
you're
really
right.
Pathfinder. And after she came, that changed a lot
Octane.
of the movement. Or well, yeah, oh yeah, Octane and Pathfinder, and then that really changed a lot of the movement because then you can just jetpack around. And so I feel like after that, and then when Maggie came, she had the drill, so you can't hide behind anything. You could fly around, and a lot of that really changed a lot of the way that you know what I mean. A lot of the fights, a lot of the end games and stuff. And in my opinion, I think that's where the skill gap just kind of went whoop, and it just hit a wall.
Well, and you're right. They didn't drill deeper into the Titanfall connect. I mean, kind of, but they gave us more original content and less like give us more pilots, give us some Titans. Like that's what you're right. Like Valk was dope. Why don't we have five or not five? There should be three different characters like Valkyrie at this point.
Yeah.
Like three different pilot. You know what I mean? Pilots in some way, shape, or form. But all right, okay, my bad. We did Apex for I don't know 20 minutes. You want to talk about this game Doc is live
We're passionate.
streaming right now?
Well, just dive in it really quick. Like, tell me when you dive in and you see this stuff, like the banners and all that. Tell me that doesn't remind you of Apex.
Oh yeah, like the map, like the overall map. It does look like you're in the Apex games. It looks like Call of Duty Apex.
It reminds
See,
me of
and that's what I was-
Counter-Strike meets Valorant.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I was having trouble trying to like say like I don't even know what game
This
this.
was like this was like CS Italy. Like if you ever played like old school Counter-Strike 1.5, 1.6, even like Counter-Strike Go, like this looks like straight up one of the Italy maps that you play in there. Like exactly.
I think
It's
this is
so-
actually Monaco. Now that you mention that, I think this is the Monaco map. But you know, I mean, when you said when we're as we're talking about Apex hitting a wall, potentially, and you know them being top tier. As I'm watching this, I'm like, I mean, this is who they got around the corner that's knocking on the door to come face them. I mean, this. I've been watching this game all morning. I forgot that Champions League was even on. This has been very entertaining.
Oh,
Just like
what
you
is
said,
the
it's like
finals? It's called the finals.
The finals.
That's interesting. Shad is mad PC elitist. I came out here, said COD Apex, and he was like, "Yeah, it looks like Valorant Counter Strike." My boy is the wild PC. Okay, I was sitting here thinking about that. Like, matter of fact, I guess those are kind of the same. They're just, yeah, man, that's a good point. This is kind of like Valorant Counter Strike. Yeah, you had a good point, and this does look dope. The finals, and if you happen to be listening to this podcast yesterday, which is impossible, check out Doc's stream.
Yeah. So this is like some pre-beta stuff, but I want to, or you guys should check this out though. This
Is it
pretty
pre-beta
cool.
alpha?
Yeah. He's been giving out codes all morning on his stream to people.
Oh, he had codes?
that want to get it. Yeah.
You get a code?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're whack. I don't know. Let's think of Doc.
I'm sorry. I could.
Oh, it's PC only, huh?
Mhm.
Broke boys, broke boy. We can't play music anymore.